So we're at the Proton S70 launch today. Finally, it's been launched, this B or C segment, whatever you may call it. The price reveal is quite shocking. Want to know the price? Wait till the end of the video. First, let's check this car out. You've seen the leaked brochures. Finally, these brochures are official now. So there's 4 variants of the S70. We have the Executive, there's the Premium, there's the Flagship, and there's the Flagship X. Headlights, they're halogen for the base Executive variant and LED for the top 3 variants. Come to the sides, wheels 16 inches for the Executive and the Premium, 17 inches for the Flagship and the Flagship X. Keyless entry for the driver door only. Look at the side, this is perhaps the best looking sedan by Proton to date. Much better looking than the Proton Persona. Brakes are disc brakes all around, so front and back. Proton has said that the S70 has been given some tuning to suit the Malaysian roads. No, there's no multi-link suspension, still a torsion beam, but the spring rate is a bit higher at the front and a bit lower at the back. The best angle for the S70 is perhaps the rare, very interesting tail lights to match with the headlights, and these lights come with a pretty fancy light show. We also finally get confirmation on the body kit for the Proton S70, and that's actually worth 3,130 ringgit. But for the first 3,000 customers of the Proton S70 Flagship X, it's actually included in the price. So what's under the hood? We have a 3-cylinder, turbocharged, multi-point injection engine, and this makes 150 horsepower and 226 Newton meters of torque, paired with a 7-speed DCT. No official 0 to 100 times yet, but it has beaten a Toyota Vios and a Honda Civic in a drag race, and I'm pretty sure you're curious what it sounds like. Power is sent to the front wheels only, and yes, if the performance figures look familiar, this is the exact same engine from the lower variants of the Proton X50. So let's check out the interior of the Proton S70. So we are in the Flagship variant, so that means we have a 10.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a 12.3-inch head unit. If it's the base variant, you'll get an 8-inch head unit and a standard meter cluster. How does it feel like inside here? Well, ergonomics are good. You get tilt and telescopic steering adjustment, which is great. It's standard for all variants. This center console, armrest position is good. Everything's nice here. Gear selector is exactly what you find in the X90, and you get a wireless mobile phone charger. And I've commented on this, it would be nicer if you could charge 2 mobile phones at once. And of course, the head unit, this is the latest system from Proton. Unfortunately, still no Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but it does get some really fancy updates, which makes it quite nice to use. Some clever things in here. Well, this is not an EV, but this center console does get 2 stages, so extra space for your stuff. Very nice. Seats, power adjustable for the driver's seat only and not for all the variants, so be mindful of that. Fabric seats for the standard Executive variant, and all the others get a leatherette upholstery. Some clever stuff in here. Well, you do get this USB port at the headliner, which is for your dash cam. And a special thing about the Flagship X, you actually get a dash cam included with the car. I've said this before and I'll say it again, the Proton S70's second row seats don't feel like a C segment, they feel more like a B segment saloon instead. Anyhow, seats are still quite nice, bench is alright. There's a lot of space in the floor as well. No center tunnel here, which is a nice touch. And you get a center armrest with 2 cup holders, but this is not present in the base Executive variant. Other luxuries in here, well, you do get a USB-A port, a USB-C port, and a rear aircon vent. Even without the weird proportions like you would find in the Proton Persona, there's still a lot of boot space in the S70. So we have 500 liters of space in here, and unlike the Vios, this one actually gets 60/40 folding seats and a spare wheel. Advanced safety features for the Proton S70 are only for the top 2 variants. However, standard safety features include 6 airbags, lane change assist, rear collision warning, rear cross traffic alert, and door opening warning. To buy the Proton S70, it will cost you 74,000 ringgit for the Executive variant, 80,000 ringgit for the Premium variant, 90,000 ringgit for the Flagship variant, and 95,000 ringgit for the Flagship X variant. As usual, for more information on the car, head on to AutoBuzz.my.